Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today we're doing something a little bit special. The Glaminatrix X Monolith Crown Legacy Palette. This is beautiful. We're going to do a few looks with it. If you want to see them, stick around and find out. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads. And if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. So I had one goal this year, funnily enough, because I normally have 1,000 different goals going at once. But one of the goal that I had, my main goal, was to get on the PR list of one of my all-time favourite brands, which was Glaminatrix. And Kayla reached out to me and offered it. So I am very, very thankful. Irregardless, I would buy these palettes in any case, as we know from the pile of them that I have behind me in there. We know I love an Australian brand. We know I love indie makeup. We know that I love this brand in particular. The quality is right up there with the best in the world. Unfortunately, with everything that's been going on with tariffs, it means that a lot of small indie brands are just not going to be able to ship to America now. Australia Post is not shipping. When some brands, 90% of what they're making, 90% of their sales is going to the States, it really can absolutely devastate a brand. But they do go to the rest of the world as well. If you have not used this brand, get about it. So they have paired with Monolith, who sells their products in Europe, and have created the Crown Legacy Palette. What's in here? We have 15 shades. So there are buttery matte, sparkly shimmers, duochromes. So we've got greens, purples and golds. Look at that. So we're going to create some looks with it today. We know these are right up my alley. Am I wanting to dive into here first up? Yes, I am. Am I going to? No, I'm not. We will start here, then move on to here, I think. And we'll finish with that. So, going in first. Can I read these? Yeah, going in with this lilac-y shade in the shade Noble on a fluffy brush. Tapping it off. Just remember, these eyeshadows are always really, really buttery because of how they're pressed. They can have fallout. The shimmers are always really softly packed, which means that you get such an impactful look with them. But sometimes there can be fallout onto your face. If you are concerned about that, then I suggest, not like me, but do your eyes first. However, if you've watched, you know it very rarely happens that I do that, and I have ways around getting around that. So going in with the shade Noble to start, fluffy brush, and you can see that's just a really soft wash of colour. Back in and building that up. So you can, that's really nice. You can just, obviously you can use one or two shades. With me, we know I like to use as many as I can. Also, the fact that I am a more mature person means that we are going to make wearable looks. Let's go into the shade. Going in now to this purple. Oh, that's beautiful. Purple is the hardest shade to formulate. I'm keeping it up there. You'll notice I'm not going down here because I think I'm going to go into this shade as well. But we're going to pull this across. And you can see it is really easily blending out and diffusing whilst keeping definition. Right, now, as I said, I wanted to pack this down here. Jelly's dreaming. I swear she does it on purpose. And I'm going to bring this down here a little bit. Going about halfway. Cleaning off this brush now. And just using it to help diffuse. You see what I mean? That is blending itself. Clean that off again. And then you can bring this further across now. Just clean it off between each. It's going to soften that blend. Nice, 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 nice. So, we've got, on this side, we've got these three shimmers. I just, see how this is, I don't want to use this yet. It's beautiful, but I want to keep it more in this family. So, just swatch these two. Look at that. This might be more in the center corner. So I'm using, let's go with this bluey one on the outer, just to enhance what we've got going on there. Then this across. Cleaning off my fingers. And this was what I had this is what I had the purple on here. Just bringing a bit of definition forward with that. Going back into this shifty look. Now this is where I'm going in. Now I'm utilising this because I really want to bring that into the inner corner. Grabbing a small bullet brush. Tapping in and bring this up. Yeah, that's nice. Let's bring a bit more of that shade. It's called Throne across. Just to help change, when you've got hooded eyes, you want to really help change the shape of your hood with that. Into Noble again, just so that we don't lose that around the edge. And really bringing that shade back. Going between the two, you know I like to do that in order to blend and diffuse. Just tapping back into the shade Rain, just on that outer corner, just to add the slightest bit of depth back there. I am going to pop some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back with the first look. Look at that. That's got like a bit of an intense, deep eye. This is what I would wear out of a night because I don't wear a lot of intense like this during the day, but the mattes blended so well and these two shades go really well together. What do you think? What do you think? Let's now move on to, we're going to go into the greens, aren't we just? Okay, going in now with this really, oh, focus, with this really dusty green. It's a real retro shade. It is called Air, the Air and the Spare. Oh yeah, we're talking my jam. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to go as insanely intense on this eye. Big part of me wants to, and I may very well do and just end up doing some reels. What do we think? That's really nice. That's like a real retro shade. This sage green is really a moment. Okay, I'm not sure. Whoops, finger just went in. I'm not sure with this if that could be nice. They're so different. I think what I will do is I think I'm going to lean into this shade for now and save these for another look. So let's go into the shade Sovereign. This is quite a true sort of grassy green, but yet another retro type shade. Look at that. What I like about what Glaminatrix do is these greens, like this is really quite cool. This is quite warm, but they work well together. I don't have anything that is that shade of green at all in my collection, which is cool. Going to take it down on here. Like I said, I'm not going to use quite as many of the shades as I have done on this eye. I'm just letting the palette lead me. God, I like that green. Wish my eyes would stay like that. I really would love a lift, but that's pretty. I'm going to go in with the Mecca Max Zoom Liner in Khaki. I was going to use the Zoeva one, but this one was talking to me a bit more. Just going to tight line. Just to give a little bit of depth at the base of my lashes. Oh, look at my fingers. Going into that green again, into the shade Sovereign. Let's line. If you're not following Glaminatrix over on Insta, because my generation, that's where we follow. You really should, because you can get so much inspiration from there. Tapping into that shade now, but also into the original and just buffing back and forth. So see how we're getting more of a neutral shade now. It's not as warm as this that we've used. That cool tone is making it more neutral. Clean that brush off and just really buff back and forth. Can you see? So that's given us a third shade out of that one. Back into the first, you know the drill. And I really like that combination. And into Sovereign again. Just to sharpen that up. Now, this is where the fun part happens. Cleaning off my fingers because they are insane. I don't think I'm going to use this right now, but I am going to swatch all three. Oh, far out, but I do love that. This is why I love Glaminatrix. Let's go into Empire. This is a duochrome. So see how it's looking quite gold there. Let's shift it. It is such a beautiful green. Oh, look at that. Just when you think that they can't create anything better than what they have already done, because they've got a lot of different greens. That is gorgeous. Going back into that because I just want to add a bit more of that depth on the outer corner again, where I've pulled across that green. Sorry, I'm looking in the monitor here and calm. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just love it. Okay, now Scepter here. This shade here is another duochromy shift shade. Like, can you see it's still got that hint of a green to it? Not as gold as it looks there. Going in with my little finger, I've just got it sitting on the table. I will go in with a brush in a second, but I like to, this is gorgeous. So dipping into Scepter here and pulling it under. You know how I know when an eyeshadow is good, and this happens a lot here, is when my little heart skips a beat. Now I know these two look very similar. They actually aren't. There is a lot more green to this than what is on the inner corner. It's just not showing up on the monitor as much. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I've gone into this green here just to... What I want to do is just pull out. I don't do much of a wing because of how hooded my eyes are given my age. But I do like to do a little mini wing every now and then. I just have to be very aware of how saggy my eyes are. So what I'm going to go and do is put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, what do we think of the second look? Look, I'm going to zoom right in, cause look. You know, I love a green. I love a green, particularly when you're talking colour theory. These colours make my eyes pop. My eyes are actually a hazel, not a brown. And staying in this sort of colour story of greens, love. Oh, that's stunning. Stunning. So I do still want to create a look here, so I'm going to go and destroy this and be back to film another look. Okay, I have just had a little bit of a break and had a chat to my sister, but I've gone and redone, like cleaned both eyes off, redone them, and here we are. So I am really keen to get into these shades here. I just want to, because like, how's that going to play? Right, let's go into this more, what shade is this called? Into Majesty. It is a cool tone shade, and I'm hoping it's not too pigmented, because I just want this. I really like this. This is a greyish. See what I mean? It's just doing that wash of colour, which is what I want. Not too intense. You could make it more intense if you had a denser brush. And let me just show you what I mean. So I've been using it to not go on too intense. I just like that shade. And on here, this will be really good to, you know how I like to go back and blend, obviously doing both eyes for the final look. How I like to go back and blend once I've laid down all the colour. This will be good to re-blend with. That is just not too intense. Now, let's go into Jewel, which is this brown down the bottom. Back in. So I don't know if you noticed, because I forgot to zoom in and show you, but the green look on the other side did not have any fallout, which is great. Great. And this is not, well, the matte certainly isn't, but the shimmer, I did have fallout on this. Did I use that shimmer? On this shimmer. I had some fallout when I used that, but if you do have that issue, just grab your concealer brush and tap on it, or your foundation brush and tap on it. Don't push at it. Right. Okay, I'm liking this. Back in. I keep dipping into it because I've been chatty and a bit distracted, but I like the light here is a bit off. Unfortunately, I'm going to order this weekend some new lights, some proper lights. I'll get some, definitely going to go for soft boxes or LEDs at this point in time. Now under the eyes, I'm grabbing that jewel shade again. I've just put some cream liner in my waterline and using this. So this is a really soft look. Loving it. Back into Majesty. This is where we teacup hold. Just work around that edge. Okay, I've just tried to play with the lighting a bit. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it is definitely not even, because I'm looking in the mirror. My eyes, the depth looks the same, but I'm looking at how it's bouncing there. It's bugging me. So let's have a look. Oh, at Gilded. I think I'm just going to, oh my heart. You see a little bit of fallout there. Blown right off. Oof. Look at that. That is spectacular. Oof, 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 oof. I tell you what though, I've done a lot of makeup today. My eyes are really sore. Dipping in to Gilded again. Just bringing that up here to create that curve. This is what you can wear every single day if you are wanting to add a little bit of something but don't want to, are nervous about colour. And in my day job now, I cannot wear all the colours that I love. Oh, look at that. That is just the nicest wearable. I'm just grabbing this because I have got a little bit of fallout on this one. On both sides. Just a fluffy brush, just flick at it, it's gone. Oh, look at it. This is the shade Rain here, right? Just got that on this finger. I'm just putting a little bit there for the dimensional aspect of it. And I'm going to stop it right there so that I don't do anything that I shouldn't do. How nice is that for a wearable look? I'm going to go and put some mascara on and I will be right back. Okay, so that is it. What do we think? This is the nicest wearable. Not too much. You can wear during the day and have some gosh darn gorgeous shimmer happening. This, I have not waited until my mascara has dried. I've just absolutely munted up under my eye. I did it on the first look as well. I don't know what's going on. And rather than leaving my mascara to dry and scratching it off, I just went to move it. I know better than that. But let's look. I'm trying to show you this and all I can see is what's going on there because of how the light is differently bouncing around. It is gorgeous. I really like it. Again, they've hit it out of the park. I will. I'm really looking forward to dipping in there. Like, my gosh. If you like these sorts of colour stories, This is a brown girl, hazel girl's dream. Well, I mean, it's any eye colour, but it's my dream. What I'm using on my cheeks and my lips is their blush in the shade Gentle, just as an FYI. There is a little bit of fallout. We've seen that. Just do your eyes first if you're worried about it and you don't want to have to worry about possibly messing up your face like I do. But that being said, in between looks, I literally only got rid of my eye makeup and redid these shades. Great. Once more, support small indie brands. What do you think? What was your favourite look out of them? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you picking this up? Oh, this is my eye look for Monday for work. Until next time, my loves. Don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends. Come along, hang out, subscribe, all that jazz. Until next time, take care. Bye. Mwah.